Hello everyone. So in the last video we have seen like how to represent a word, and very basic elementary method was word web, where we have lot of words together and their synonyms, their antonyms and their other properties. Now in this particular video we'll see how we can represent a word in distributed manner and how we represent a word in discrete manner, right? And what is the beauty behind the distributed manner? We can get the context in the distributed manner, we can get the similarity in the distributed manner. We'll see all this in this particular video. So let's jump into the detail. So first thing, how we can represent a word in discrete way. Once we say discrete way, it means only one location will be high and rest all will be zero. So means the only one word will be represented by one vector, and this kind of presentation or representation is known as localist representation. Hmm. Or sometimes it is also known as one hot vector. So the vector which is representing a particular word, that is known as one hot vector, and this entire representation is the localist representation. So we have taken one example where we want to represent restaurant and dhaba, right? So suppose we want to represent restaurant and dhaba. So suppose so what we are doing, we are first making a dictionary of unique words. So for example, I have 5 million unique word or 50 million unique word. So our dictionary or vector size will also be 15 million. Hmm. Now only one place which is represent the index of that word, that will be high, means that will be 1, and rest all will be 0. That's why it is known as the one hot vector. So for example, if you want to represent the dhaba, so in that case, suppose the position of dhaba in the vocab, that is 1113. So this 113 113 position will be high, remain all will be 0 in this entire 50 million, you can say word vector, or you can say vector, right? So this will be 50 million vector, the size of this vector will be 50 million. Now similarly, if you want to represent a restaurant, then the location of restaurant, whatever location will be, that will be 1, remain all will be 0. So in that way you can represent word in a discrete symbol, right? This is known as one hot vector representation. Now what are the challenges in this representation? So first of all, suppose we want to search nearby restaurant, right? So in that search, like suppose you are doing Google search and you are saying nearby restaurant, and suppose you are in somewhere in the Punjab, so you will look into the nearby dhaba as well, because these are also dhabas have also the same property as the restaurant. So means whenever you match those things, then you look for nearby dhaba as well, right? So what we want, so in that case, if you are representing with one hot vector, so it will something look like this. Now in order to like find out the similarity, what you will do, you will do the dot product between them. So once you do the dot product, you will get all zeros, right? So in that way you can say, you can find out these two vectors or any of two vectors are orthogonal in nature, so you will get the dot product as 0. So means the similarity, if you are looking into one hot vector, then that is completely missing in one hot vector. So similarity is completely missing in one hot vector. We do not have any mechanism that will give the similarity, right? But in this way you can represent a word, definitely you can represent a word in the numeric form. So now how you will get that similarity, that is very important. So what we are doing, can we try a method that is more distributed manner, right? So let's look into that detail, right? And they will if once we represent in that way, they will have similarity as well. So representing a word by their context, and this is known as distributional semantics. How a word is representing in that particular place, that is known as distributional semantics, right? So suppose we have a word w that appear here. So what we are doing, so let's take one example. Suppose you are taking a word walking. And in the first sentence, walking works the major muscles in your legs, right? It means it is look for the, this walking is talking about the walk that you are doing, like in the morning walk or evening walk, something. Then there is another place where walking is represented, walking street pataya. This is representing a location, means their context is different, right? Similarly, if you are saying walking in air, so this is representing a song name, right? So again, it is depend upon the locations, what locations we are targeting, or you can say what is the context behind that. That context is coming from nearby words. So it means whenever you are making some kind of representation, and if you are taking care nearby words or context word, in that case your representation will also be fruitful. So in that way, if we are representing a word walking, which is instead of discrete, that is more distributional. So you can say your word is representing by this vector. Let's say the size of this vector is 300. It means it is represented by a vector that size is 300. So what 300 means, they are looking for specific features. So now instead of saying the location of word, we are saying what are the features of that word, and that we will take care, right? This is known as the word embedding, or you can say word representation. This is in the distributed representation. So just for example, suppose we have few words and we have few features here. So you can say here we have feature gender, royal, age, food, and some other features. Now if I am saying man, so definitely gender is one of the important feature, woman one of the important feature, royal maybe not, here woman, royal maybe not, age is also not important for man because a man have various ages and so on. Now if you say king and queen, so definitely gender is important, but along with that royal is also important. Similarly, if you say apple and orange, gender doesn't have any importance, but they are food. So food has the most importance. So in that way, if you are representing in a distributed manner, means they are looking for the property of that particular word, and that property is represented by a fixed length of vector. Right? So suppose here we are seeing some property. Suppose we are looking for 300 such property, and we have 10,000 words. In that way, our matrix that will be representing this entire thing. So you can say here we have 10,000 word, and here we have 300 properties. So then this matrix size will be 300 cross 10,000. So now what you will do, you will pick any of these words, and this will represent the entire word. So means from one hot vector that is represented, so you can say one hot vector is represented by O of man, then their embedding is represented by E, right? So in that way you can pick the things. So how it is useful, suppose you have these two sentences, and here we have fill in the blanks. So in one sentence it is saying I want a glass of orange juice. Now in another sentence this place is missing. So automatically once you look into the property of orange and property of apple, then you can figure out what should be the next word. You can say the juice will be the correct word. You will not figure out some other words as well. Right? So this is the beauty behind the word embedding. Right? So what we require? We require to make this embedding very large corpus. From the large corpus you are able to train this embedding. Right? Pre-trained embedding is also available. You can say word to vec, right? Then there is a globe. So this kind of embedding is also available. Now you can say we can utilize this embedding as a transfer learning, right? So you do not need to retrain the entire thing. You can utilize it and solve your problems. Now you can say how this embedding is useful. So let's look into some analogy here. Suppose you are saying as man, woman, then king. Now with this analogy, if you look into your thought process, you can easily find out here it should be queen. Similarly, if you are saying INR India, then dollar, you automatically figure out it will be US, because you are taking properties from here, right? So now you can say how you will find out this correct word. In order to find out, you can say E man minus E woman. E king means this is embedding, and what will be the embedding of this word? What is the closest embedding? So once you calculate this, you will find out this will be the embedding of queen that you will look into. Right? So with the help of cosine similarity, you can find out the closest embedding. So here we have to find out a word that is EW, which is closest to this E king minus E man plus E woman. Now how we will find the similarity? Using the cosine. So you will have one vector that is coming from here, and you will have all vectors that is coming from here. You just need to compare them, and whichever one is the most closest, that will be your you can say target vector and target word. So in that way you can find out most correct word. Now if you look into the in the form of graph, so that you can easily visualize it. So you can see like most of the kitchen equipments are closer to each other. Then here we have other kitchen equipments like this electronics equipment in one side, then your daily home equipments in one side, then others are on other sides. It means their properties are keeping them together because they are similar kind of equipment, similar kind of words, and that is the beauty behind the word embedding. Getting? So this word embedding is representing the words in the form of their context, how they utilize in this entire corpus. So in the next video we'll see how to make this, how to develop this word embedding, what is the process behind developing this word embedding. We'll catch you in the next video.